Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The year is 1960. The United States stands at the crossroads of history. The country is witnessing an era of rapid change, innovation, and political transformation. John F. Kennedy is about to be elected as the youngest president in American history, promising a new frontier of hope and progress. The space race between the US and the Soviet Union is heating up, with both nations competing to dominate the final frontier. Elvis Presley, the Everly Brothers, and Ray Charles are ruling the music charts, while classic cars with gleaming chrome and tailfins define the American dream. It is a time of optimism, uncertainty, and incredible technological advancements. But amid all these changes, something fascinating is happening in the world of coinage. The US Mint is preparing for a small yet significant change, one that will lead to one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. The 1960 Lincoln cent is born, a coin that would not only serve as a means of commerce but would also become a treasure for collectors around the world. The Lincoln cent had been circulating since 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin featured a striking portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, the first time a U.S. president had ever been depicted on American coinage. The reverse of the coin displayed two wheat stalks, a classic symbol of prosperity and agriculture. But in 1959, the reverse was redesigned to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the wheat stalks with the image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This iconic structure, standing tall with its grand columns, honored the legacy of the great emancipator. The 1960 Lincoln penny, like its predecessors, was composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It had a diameter of 19 millimeters and a weight of 3.11 grams. The coin was minted in three primary locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins. While billions of pennies were produced that year, something unusual happened that would make the 1960 cent one of the most talked about coins in history. The most famous and sought-after variety of the 1960 Lincoln cent is the small date versus large date issue. Early in 1960, the U.S. Mint used a die that featured smaller numerals for the date. However, this design was quickly changed to a larger font, creating two distinct varieties. Collectors quickly took notice, and the hunt for the rare small date pennies began. The small date variety, especially in high grades, is significantly rarer than its large date counterpart, making it a prized possession among numismatists. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. The 1960 penny is also known for its incredible double die varieties. A double die error occurs when the design is imprinted twice on the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. On some 1960 Lincoln cents, the date, lettering, and even Lincoln's profile appear doubled, leading to one of the most valuable and exciting errors in coin collecting history. These double-die pennies, depending on their condition and visibility of the doubling, can fetch thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars at auction. Another fascinating error found in 1960 Lincoln cents is the overdate variety. Some coins show remnants of a 1960 over 1960 design, meaning the original date was accidentally restamped over an earlier version. These overdate pennies are rare and highly collectible, with enthusiasts willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples. In addition to these rare varieties, high-grade specimens of the 1960 penny are incredibly valuable. Most pennies from this era were heavily circulated, showing signs of wear and tear from years of use. However, coins that have been preserved in mint-state condition, graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are exceptionally rare. The sharp details, brilliant luster, and lack of imperfections make these coins a true numismatic prize. One such example, A nearly flawless 1960 Lincoln cent with a small date and double die variety stunned the coin collecting world when it sold for an astounding $135,000 at auction. This record-breaking sale underscored the importance of paying attention to details, checking pocket change, and recognizing the hidden gems in everyday currency. For collectors, the 1960 Lincoln penny is more than just a copper coin. It is a symbol of America's evolving history, a relic of a transformative decade, and a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, finding a rare 1960 penny is like discovering a hidden treasure. The thrill of the hunt, the excitement of spotting an error, and the possibility of owning a piece of history make this coin one of the most intriguing in U.S. coinage.so. The next time you come across a 1960 Lincoln cent, take a closer look. Check the date, examine the details, and consider its condition. Could it be a rare small date? A dramatic double die? A valuable overdate variety? Or perhaps a pristine mint state specimen worth six figures? The possibilities are endless, and the journey of discovery is what makes collecting coins so exciting. The 1960 Lincoln penny may have been just another coin to millions of Americans who spent it on daily necessities, but to collectors and historians, it represents a defining moment in numismatic history. It is proof that even the smallest pieces of change can hold incredible stories, hidden fortunes, and timeless value.so. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. The next great treasure could be right in your hands. Top 2. The year is 1971. The United States is going through a time of transformation, uncertainty, and innovation. The Vietnam War is still ongoing, protests are spreading across college campuses, and the American people are divided on the country's future. The counterculture movement is in full swing, challenging traditional norms and reshaping society in ways never seen before. Meanwhile, NASA continues its journey beyond Earth, having already placed a man on the moon just 2 years prior. In the world of music, rock legends like Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, and the Doors are defining a new era, while Motown artists are bringing soulful melodies to the masses. Movies like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and A Clockwork Orange are captivating audiences, showcasing both whimsy and the darker side of the human experience. It is in this dynamic, fast-moving world that one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatic history is quietly being minted, the 1971 Lincoln cent. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny, an ordinary piece of copper that millions of Americans used in their daily transactions. But for collectors and coin enthusiasts, the 1971 penny holds secrets, mysteries, and incredible value that have made it one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. The Lincoln cent has been an American staple since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most revered leaders. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a dignified profile of Lincoln, his gaze steady and unwavering, a reflection of the strength and resilience he represented. Above his head, the national motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed, a reminder of the values the country holds dear. To the left, the word "Liberty" stands as a testament to the freedoms Americans cherish, while the date, 1971, is stamped at the bottom, marking its place in history. The reverse of the coin, redesigned in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, showcases the Grand Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design replaced the original wheat stalks that had graced the back of the penny for half a century. The Lincoln Memorial is a symbol of unity and strength, its majestic columns standing tall, honoring the man who led the nation through its darkest hour. Above it, the words, "United States of America," stretch across the top, while "E pluribus unum" reminds Americans of their collective strength in unity. The denomination, 1 cent, is proudly displayed at the bottom, a simple yet powerful mark of its value in commerce. The 1971 Lincoln cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, with no mint mark; Denver, marked by a small d; and San Francisco, marked by an S. The coin was composed primarily of copper, 95% to be exact, mixed with 5% tin and zinc, a composition that had been used since 1864. However, this would soon change, as rising metal prices in the early 1970s would force the U.S. Mint to explore alternative materials for coinage. At the time, pennies were being produced by the billions. The Philadelphia Mint alone struck over 1.9 billion Lincoln cents in 1971, while Denver contributed nearly 2.9 billion, and San Francisco produced a smaller number, mainly for proof sets. With such a massive mintage, one might assume that the 1971 penny is common and unremarkable. But that assumption would be a mistake. The 1971 Lincoln cent is home to some of the most valuable and rare varieties ever discovered, making it one of the most thrilling coins for collectors. The most famous of these is the 1971 double-die obverse penny, a rare and dramatic minting error that has taken the numismatic world by storm. A double-die error occurs when the coin's design is impressed twice onto the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the final coin. In the case of the 1971 double-die obverse penny, this doubling is most visible in the inscriptions. "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1971. The doubling is bold and easily recognizable, making it one of the most exciting error coins of the modern era. Because this error was discovered relatively late, many of these rare pennies entered circulation, unknowingly passed from hand to hand, lost in the shuffle of everyday transactions. Over the years, collectors have scoured rolls of pennies, hoping to find one of these elusive treasures. Today, a high-grade 1971 double-die penny can fetch thousands, even tens of thousands, at auction, depending on its condition. But the story doesn't end there. The 1971 penny is also known for other rare varieties, including off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and transitional errors. Some 1971 pennies were mistakenly struck on leftover planchets from previous years, leading to unique and highly valuable anomalies. Others have been found with dramatic die cracks, giving them a one-of-a-kind appearance that collectors love. Beyond error coins, the condition of a penny plays a crucial role in its value. Most 1971 pennies were used extensively in circulation, meaning that finding a pristine, uncirculated example is incredibly difficult. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are exceptionally rare, with only a handful known to exist. These high-grade specimens, with their sharp details, flawless surfaces, and original mint luster, are the true gems of the collecting world. In recent years, collectors and investors alike have recognized the extraordinary value of these rare 1971 pennies. One such example, a nearly perfect 1971 double-die obverse penny in mint-state condition, shattered expectations when it sold for an astonishing $115,000 at auction. This record-breaking sale proved that even a humble penny, when rare and well-preserved, can be worth more than a fortune. For those who dream of discovering a hidden treasure, the 1971 Lincoln cent serves as a reminder that valuable coins are still out there, waiting to be found. Whether tucked away in an old jar, hidden in a roll of pennies, or sitting unnoticed in a collection, the next great numismatic discovery could be right in your hands. The 1971 penny is more than just a coin. It is a piece of history, a relic of a transformative era in America's story. It represents a time of change, innovation, and resilience, mirroring the journey of the nation itself. For collectors, it is a symbol of the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of uncovering something rare, and the joy of holding a piece of the past. So, the next time you come across a 1971 penny, take a closer look. Examine its details, check for doubling, and assess its condition. Could it be a rare double die? A misaligned strike? A pristine mint-state specimen? The possibilities are endless, and the potential for discovery is limitless. The legacy of the 1971 Lincoln cent continues to grow, capturing the imagination of collectors and historians alike. It is proof that even the smallest, most overlooked coins can hold incredible value and untold stories. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Because in the world of numismatics, one small cent could lead to a life-changing discovery. Top 3. The year is 1973. The United States is in the midst of political turmoil, economic shifts, and cultural revolutions. The Vietnam War is winding down, but tensions are still high as the country remains divided on its foreign policies. The Watergate scandal is beginning to unravel, shaking the very foundation of trust in the American government. Gas prices are rising, inflation is creeping into daily life, and the energy crisis is looming just on the horizon. Yet, amid the challenges of the time, innovation and progress continue. The first ever mobile phone call is made, marking the beginning of a technological revolution that will change the way people communicate forever. The Sears Tower in Chicago is completed, becoming the tallest building in the world, a testament to American engineering prowess. In music, legends like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and the Rolling Stones are dominating the airwaves, while a new generation of filmmakers is reshaping Hollywood with groundbreaking films like The Exorcist and American Graffiti. And while all of these monumental events are unfolding, something small but equally fascinating is happening in the world of numismatics: the minting of the 1973 Lincoln cent. At first glance, it appears to be just another penny, a simple copper coin used in everyday transactions. But for collectors, the 1973 penny holds secrets, rare varieties, and astonishing values that have made it one of the most sought-after modern cents in American history. Since its debut in 1909, the Lincoln cent has been a cornerstone of American currency. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, a tribute to one of the nation's most revered presidents. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a detailed portrait of Lincoln, his gaze steady and dignified. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," stand as a symbol of the country's values. To the left, the word, "Liberty," serves as a reminder of the freedoms Americans hold dear, while the date, 1973, is prominently displayed at the bottom. The reverse of the 1973 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic structure located in Washington, D.C. This design, introduced in 1959, replaced the original wheat ears that had graced the back of the penny for 50 years. Above the memorial, the words, "United States of America," stretch across the top, while "E Pluribus Unum" is inscribed just below, signifying unity among diversity. The denomination, 1 cent, is boldly stamped at the bottom, a humble yet essential part of American commerce. The 1973 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 3.7 billion pennies, making it the largest contributor. Coins from this mint do not bear a mint mark. The Denver Mint produced over 3.5 billion pennies, identifiable by the small D mint mark below the date. The San Francisco Mint struck a significantly lower number of pennies, mainly for proof sets, marked with an S mint mark. The composition of the 1973 penny remained the same as it had been for over a century: 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, this would soon change. Rising metal prices in the early 1970s put pressure on the U.S. Mint to explore alternative materials. Copper was becoming increasingly expensive, and by 1982, the composition of the penny would shift to a primarily zinc core with a thin copper coating. This makes the 1973 penny one of the last Lincoln cents to be struck in nearly pure copper, adding to its historical significance. While billions of 1973 pennies were minted, making it seem like a common coin, there are rare varieties and errors that have turned some of these cents into valuable treasures. One of the most famous and highly sought-after varieties is the 1973 doubled die obverse penny. This error occurs when the design is impressed onto the coin's die twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain inscriptions. In the case of the 1973 penny, this doubling is most visible in the words, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 1973. Double die errors are among the most prized in numismatics because they are clear, dramatic, and easy to spot. The 1973 double die penny is no exception. While it is incredibly rare, when found in high-grade condition, it can fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Another fascinating error associated with the 1973 penny is the off-center strike. These errors occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the dies during striking, resulting in an image that is shifted away from the center. Depending on the degree of misalignment, off-center 1973 pennies can be worth anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s, particularly if a significant portion of the design is missing while still displaying a full date. Additionally, there are 1973 pennies struck on transitional planchets, coin blanks intended for other denominations or compositions. Occasionally, a penny is mistakenly struck on a dime planchet, creating a much smaller and thinner coin. These errors are extremely rare and can command significant premiums among collectors. The condition of a 1973 penny plays a crucial role in determining its value. Most of these coins have been used extensively in circulation, accumulating wear and losing their original luster. Finding an uncirculated 1973 penny with sharp details and a bright red copper shine is a challenge. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are exceptionally rare and can fetch thousands of dollars on the market. In recent years, interest in rare and high-quality 1973 pennies has surged. Collectors and investors alike recognize their historical significance, rarity, and increasing value. One such penny, a perfectly preserved 1973 double-die obverse coin in top-tier mint-state condition, shocked the numismatic community when it sold for a jaw-dropping $105,000 at auction. This remarkable sale cemented the 1973 penny's status as one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cents. It also reignited the excitement of coin collectors, proving that valuable treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places. For those who dream of making a groundbreaking discovery, the 1973 Lincoln cent serves as a reminder that hidden gems are out there. Whether tucked away in an old coin jar, buried in a roll of pennies, or sitting unnoticed in a collection, the next great numismatic find could be waiting to be uncovered. The 1973 penny is more than just a coin, it is a piece of American history. It represents a time of political change, economic uncertainty, and cultural evolution. For collectors, it embodies the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the excitement of holding a rare and valuable piece of the past. So the next time you come across a 1973 penny, take a moment to examine it. Look for doubling in the inscriptions, check for off-center strikes, and assess its condition. Could it be one of the rare error varieties? A pristine mint-state example? The possibilities are endless, and the rewards could be astonishing. The legacy of the 1973 Lincoln cent continues to grow, captivating collectors and historians alike. It proves that even the smallest, most overlooked coins can hold incredible value and untold stories. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Because in the world of numismatics, one small cent could lead to a life-changing discovery. Top 4. The year is 1976. America is celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It is a time of patriotic pride, with grand parades, firework displays, and special commemorative coins being released into circulation. The entire nation is immersed in the excitement of honoring its history, and numismatics plays a significant role in this celebration. The U.S. Mint has released unique bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins featuring special reverse designs, but one coin remains unchanged: the Lincoln cent. For collectors and everyday Americans alike, the 1976 Lincoln penny may seem like just another 1-cent coin, yet it holds an incredible story. In the vast world of numismatics, even the most common-looking coins can be hiding rare varieties, valuable errors, and untold historical significance. The 1976 Lincoln penny is one of those coins, an overlooked treasure that has surprised collectors with its high auction prices and fascinating history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was designed by the famed sculptor Victor David Brenner. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than the symbolic representations of liberty used on previous designs. President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected leaders in American history, was chosen for this honor to commemorate the centennial of his birth. The obverse of the coin has remained nearly unchanged since its debut, featuring Lincoln's right-facing portrait, the motto, "In God We Trust." Above his head, the word, "Liberty," to his left, and the date, 1976, to his right. The reverse of the 1976 Lincoln cent features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears reverse. This design, created by Frank Gasparo, depicts the grand marble structure in Washington, D.C., with intricate details showing its columns and the tiny seated statue of Lincoln inside. The words, "United States of America," stretch across the top, while "E pluribus unum" is inscribed below it. At the bottom, the denomination, 1 cent, is boldly displayed. In 1976, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 4.6 billion pennies, making it the largest contributor. Coins from this mint do not bear a mint mark. The Denver Mint struck nearly 4.2 billion pennies, which can be identified by the small D mint mark below the date. The San Francisco Mint struck a significantly lower number of pennies, mainly for proof sets, and these carry an S mint mark. The 1976 Lincoln cent was composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a formula that had been in place for decades. However, the rising cost of copper in the late 1970s and early 1980s would soon force the U.S. Mint to switch to a new composition. By 1982, the traditional copper-based penny was replaced with a copper-plated zinc cent, making the 1976 issue one of the last few years to feature nearly pure copper. While billions of 1976 Lincoln cents were minted, making them seem common, certain rare varieties and errors have turned some of these coins into incredibly valuable collectibles. One of the most famous and highly sought-after varieties is the 1976 double-die obverse penny. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice on the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect. In the case of the 1976 penny, this doubling is most prominent in the inscriptions, "Liberty in God We Trust," and the date, 1976. Double die errors are among the most coveted in the numismatic world, as they are visually striking and relatively easy to identify. The 1976 double die penny is especially rare, and when found in high-grade condition, it can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. Another fascinating error associated with the 1976 penny is the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in an image that is shifted away from the center. The degree of misalignment varies, and off-center 1976 pennies can range in value depending on how much of the design remains visible. Some of the most valuable examples are those where a significant portion of the design is missing while still displaying a full date. Additionally, there are 1976 pennies struck on transitional planchets, coin blanks meant for different denominations or compositions. Occasionally, a penny is mistakenly struck on a dime planchet, making it smaller and thinner than normal. These rare errors are highly sought after and can command significant premiums among collectors. The condition of a 1976 Lincoln penny is a major factor in determining its value. Most of these coins have been used in circulation, accumulating wear and losing their original luster. Finding an uncirculated 1976 penny with sharp details and a bright red copper shine is challenging. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are exceptionally rare and can sell for thousands of dollars. Interest in rare and high-quality 1976 pennies has grown steadily over the years. Collectors and investors recognize their historical significance, unique varieties, and increasing value. One such penny, a perfectly preserved 1976 double-die obverse coin in top-tier mint-state condition, astonished the numismatic community when it sold for an incredible $85,000 at auction. This record-breaking sale solidified the 1976 penny's place among the most valuable modern Lincoln cents. It also reignited excitement in coin collecting, proving that remarkable finds can still be made in ordinary pocket change. For those who dream of making a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, the 1976 Lincoln cent serves as a reminder that hidden treasures are waiting to be found. Whether hidden in an old coin jar, tucked away in a roll of pennies, or lying unnoticed in a collection, the next big numismatic discovery could be just around the corner. The 1976 penny is more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of America's bicentennial spirit, a reminder of a changing era, and a testament to the enduring legacy of the Lincoln cent. For collectors, it represents the thrill of the hunt, the excitement of discovery, and the satisfaction of holding a rare and valuable piece of history. So the next time you come across a 1976 penny, take a closer look. Examine it for doubling in the inscriptions, check for off-center strikes, and assess its condition. Could it be one of the rare era varieties? A pristine mint-state example? The possibilities are endless, and the rewards could be extraordinary. The legacy of the 1976 Lincoln cent continues to grow, captivating collectors and history enthusiasts alike. It proves that even the smallest and most overlooked coins can hold incredible value and untold stories. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Because in the world of numismatics, one small cent could change everything. Top 5. The year is 1981. The United States is on the brink of change, as the decade of the 1980s ushers in a new era of technology, economics, and cultural shifts. Ronald Reagan has just been elected as the 40th President of the United States. The country is emerging from a period of economic struggles, and inflation is a concern on everyone's mind. Amid these historical moments, one small but significant piece of American history is minted: the 1981 Lincoln cent. Many, a penny might seem like the least important coin in circulation. After all, it holds the lowest denomination of U.S. currency. But to collectors and numismatists, pennies can hold immense value, both in history and monetary worth. The 1981 Lincoln cent is one such coin, hiding incredible stories, rare varieties, and eras that have turned ordinary 1-cent pieces into treasures worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was a groundbreaking coin. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the long-standing tradition of using symbolic representations of liberty. The chosen figure was none other than Abraham Lincoln, the beloved 16th President of the United States. His face, designed by Victor David Brenner, became an enduring symbol on American coinage. Since its inception, the Lincoln penny had remained a favorite among collectors, with different designs and compositions making certain years highly sought after. The 1981 Lincoln cent continued the design introduced in 1959, which featured Frank Isparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This replaced the original wheat ears design that had been on the coins since 1909. The obverse remained unchanged, with Lincoln's right-facing portrait, the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date, 1981, to the right. The reverse showcased the stately Lincoln Memorial, with the words, "United States of America," arching above it. "E pluribus unum," inscribed below, and 1 cent, boldly displayed at the bottom. In 1981, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents at 3 primary facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 7.4 billion pennies, making it the largest contributor. These coins bore no mint mark, as was customary for Philadelphia minted pennies before 1985. The Denver Mint struck nearly 5.3 billion pennies, marked by a small D beneath the date. The San Francisco Mint, meanwhile, was responsible for producing proof pennies, primarily intended for collectors, and these bore an S mint mark. The composition of the 1981 Lincoln cent was still the traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc alloy. However, this was the final year this composition would be used for circulation pennies. Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint was preparing for a major change. In 1982, pennies would transition to a copper-plated zinc composition, forever altering the makeup of the Lincoln cent. This shift makes the 1981 penny historically significant, as it represents the last full year of nearly pure copper cents before the transition. While billions of 1981 pennies were struck, making them common in circulation, certain rare varieties and errors have turned some of these coins into numismatic gold. One of the most famous varieties is the 1981 S-Type 2 proof penny. In this variety, the S mint mark was redesigned to have a sharper, clearer appearance compared to the Type 1, which had a more mushy and indistinct S. The Type 2 1981 S penny is highly sought after, with pristine examples commanding significant premiums. Another highly valuable error found among 1981 pennies is the doubled die obverse. This error occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice onto the die at slightly different angles, resulting in a visible doubling effect. The most dramatic doubled die examples show noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and even in the date itself. Coins exhibiting strong doubling are extremely rare, and when found in high mint state grades, they can fetch thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes are another type of error that can make a 1981 penny highly valuable. This error happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing. The more dramatic the off-center error, especially if the date is still fully visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some of the rarest 1981 Lincoln cents with extreme off-center strikes have sold for thousands of dollars. Another intriguing error found among 1981 pennies is the struck-on-wrong planchet mistake. In rare cases, a penny was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, such as a dime or even a foreign coin. These errors are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors, as they represent a unique mishap in the minting process. The value of a 1981 Lincoln cent depends largely on its condition and rarity. Most circulated pennies from this year are worth only face value, but uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can command impressive prices. The 1981 S-Type 2 proof penny in PR70 deep cameo condition is one of the most valuable, with some examples selling for several $1,000s at auction. But the true hidden gem among 1981 pennies is a pristine doubled die obverse variety in an exceptionally high grade. A rare example of this coin, in top-tier mint-state condition, shocked the numismatic world when it sold for an astonishing $68,000 at auction. This incredible sale demonstrated the extraordinary potential hiding within seemingly ordinary pennies. The 1981 Lincoln cent is more than just a piece of copper. It is a time capsule of a pivotal moment in U.S. history. It marks the end of an era, as the last full year of copper pennies before the switch to zinc. It carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a president whose leadership shaped the nation. And for collectors, it holds the thrill of discovery, the potential for rare finds, and the excitement of owning a piece of history. For those who dream of uncovering a numismatic treasure, the 1981 penny is a reminder that rare and valuable coins can still be found in circulation, hiding in plain sight. Whether tucked away in an old coin jar, buried in a forgotten collection, or lying unnoticed in a roll of pennies, the next great discovery could be just a handful of change away. The legacy of the 1981 Lincoln cent continues to captivate collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. It proves that even the smallest and most overlooked coins can hold incredible value and untold stories. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Because in the world of numismatics, one small cent could change everything.